Hi, so today I'm joined with Keith Best, and Keith is an absolute legend when it comes to building out websites. He knows quite a lot on the local SEO front. And what I've managed to do, and I don't actually know how I've managed to do it at this price, is I've managed to get Keith to do a setup of 3Local for as little as $250. So first and
Okay.
foremost,
That's what
thank
happens.
you
That's
for
what happens
agreeing the
when you have too much
price. It's an
Guinness.
absolute bargain. Um, So I want to kind of explain a little bit about it because is Mike Martin, who's the founder of 3Local, talks about that it's pretty simple to set up, but that's only if, in my opinion, that's only if you're rushing and you're setting it up and you're not actually doing it correctly. People can build a website very easily, but there's difference between building a website and ranking a website. So I want to touch on a little bit within this $250 setup, some of the things that you'll be doing. So over to you. I want to kind of touch upon this to start off with like the C name within the registrar. So I just want to give you a brief like
Mhm.
if you can give a brief explanation to the people watching this of
So obviously to get
what's involved in the
the
setup.
sites, the 3 local sites to display on your site as a subdomain, you need to set up a C name, as you said. Now, that depending on where your site is hosted, if it's on your normal sort of server, like Namecheap or somewhere like that, you would have to change it on there. However, if you've got it on something like Cloudflare, you would have to change it on Cloudflare. And each different host is slightly different. There's also on some hosts you will have the issue where it won't like sort of work properly for the first time because your hosts have different limitations on. So basically, I can sort of normally get around them by talking to your host if I need to.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is where it gets a little bit messy. I mean, for me, at first when I seen 3Local, and it works brilliantly in ranking for local kind of SEO, if you want to do a 10-mile radius around where you're based. The issue was for me personally is when I got one or two clients to sign up, was
Yeah.
that it became difficult because everyone's got different setups with regards to hosting and Cloudflare. And this is why, for me, I needed to get someone who understands it inside out. There's no better person than yourself. You run all the operations when it comes down to Magic Page, which is like a bigger location site setup. So that's why I needed to get you some Guinness and then try to kind of do it. So on top, once you've done the C name then, and you've set up local.domain.com, then with regards to like the
I
content,
look at
so
the
do you
content
do the
because obviously the
content as well
content
as
is
part of the
generated by
setup?
3Local itself. And then you'll have like your various pages, like your location pages. You've got your different service pages, and obviously you've got your home page. And so I look at that and will tweak it because it's a tool at the end of the day, and tools are do make mistakes. I'll tweak it for different things. Obviously, look at like sort of H1 tags are decent for like SEO, the H2s, the H3s. Then if there's anything else one's putting in, like a form, because this doesn't get put in, so we could put a form on it. We can put like extra buttons on and things like that they want, or put a video. If they've got like, especially if they've got like a YouTube video, we can put a YouTube video on because then you're getting a link back from YouTube, and it just all works out in the favor. And it looks nicer when somebody lands on it to actually then sort of more chance of actually converting than if it's just a plain text sort of page on there that is not going to convert.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, the big one for me is when I looked at how 3Local made
Yeah.
it and how you made it, you're making it media rich. So you're adding an image. If they've got a video, you're adding a video and you're adding a contact form, which is massive for me because not everyone wants to always call. It's already will have like
Yeah.
supply you like ideally, I'm presuming then it supply you with like the image and the
Ideally, they can
video.
supply me
Um,
with an image if they've got one. If they haven't got one or they're not really sure, then I can like sort of create one for them. I am not a graphic designer, so it won't be all singing, all dancing. It will be a basic image for them, but I can create that image for them if they want. Same with the forms.
Yeah, and then on some of yours, I've seen like you've
Yep.
got like a map embed as well. Would they get the map if they've got a
Yep,
GMB?
definitely.
Google
I'll
Business.
definitely embed the map, the GMB map on there as well.
And then I've seen on some of yours as well, there's like internal
Yeah,
links from
because
one
that's
service
all to
to
do
the
with
other.
ranking.
Will you
So
be
it's
doing
again, it's
that as
something where I'll be
well on the
looking
page?
at, so making sure that the site is well optimized for ranking.
Leads in the local area, it actually
Yeah.
boosts the main website's kind of Google business profile as well, the way it's set up. Will you, when you're doing this
If
setup
they've
also,
got
will it
a
have the
Google
schema?
business profile, then 3Local can actually pull it automatically in. However, if their Google business profile is a service area business, it doesn't always find it. So then it can't pull it in. But I can then, by doing other things, basically pull the schema out myself and build the schema myself and put it in for them.
Yeah, exactly. So, is there anything else to add on to that? I just wanted to try and make certain anyone who's watching this kind of thing who might be looking to set up 3Local, for me, the done for you term, it's only a short term offer. If you are looking to set up, jump on it quickly because I don't know how many more Guinness I can give Keith to me. He keeps at that rate. But is there any?
No, I mean, that's it. I mean, like I say, if they've got videos and any other media that they would like on, and the forms that we put on, they can either supply me with a form, or if they're not sure how to do that, I can create a form in one of our systems and
Yeah,
just have all the leads automatically sent to them anyway. Yeah, we can do that. And another thing, what
and
we're going
starts
to
to get
do
crawled as
anyway,
well.
as part of the deal, is we're going to be sending citations to it. So we will actually be building citations to it as well, and we can index it that way. Yeah, yeah. Which will then also help the main domain as well. So
Yeah. So anyone who's watching this and you're uncertain whether you're going to try it yourself and you understand all the CNAME and the schema, the map embeds, the images, the video embeds, and everything else that comes with it with regards to internal linking, semantic content, and everything else. For me personally, I think it's much easier to get the professional in there. If you want a roof on your house, you go and get a roofer to do it. If you want this being set up properly, it might.
okay.
For me, it's a no-brainer. I just wanted to get you on, Keith, just to explain the work of what you at least do it for the next 6 months. I'm going to hold you to that. Anyone who's watching this, jump in. The link's in the description for Keith to set it up. 3Local is working great, not just for local lead generation, but also for boosting
Okay.
your
Thanks,
Google Maps
James.
listing.
Bye.
Thanks a lot, Keith.